closed.
$100 at the yard cleaned up.
Okay.
There we go.
We're actually here to see this house, but this is the value of driving around the neighborhood. We got right here. We got a house with yard overgrown. You know what those notices are on the front door? Utility shut-off notices. You got a vacant house here. 662 Bridger. Somebody needs to research that. Track down the owner, call them, mail them a letter. Vacant house is an opportunity. Okay? It's not on the MLS. Probably put a better deal together. Not have competition. Okay. Subject house. We got, this is a nice house. We got a brick rancher, 2-car garage, okay. We've got a lot of comp activity for Austin Estates. Some of that I'll walk through. Roof is older, but looks good. We're probably going to have to do a roof cert. Okay, meaning get it certified that it's got a certain number of lifespan left when we sell the house. Windows, it's got storm windows. If we look down the street, how many new vinyls do we see relative to the old ones? Probably about half and half. New, old, new. So about half and half. Probably got to do the windows. I mean, if over half of them have newer windows, you probably need to do that. Need a new garage door. We're going to redo the gutter. Okay. Footboards look fine. Side of the house, clean this up. Probably just rock that all the way along here. Dump some more rock down along the side. Yeah, these gutters are definitely, we're going to have to replace a couple of these trim boards. That's no big deal. All these big evergreens, gone. You got to get rid, I mean, these things just kind of overtake the yard. You got to get rid of them. Okay. Probably trim this up a little bit. We're going to sod that half of the yard. We're going to rock this underneath the tree because these pine needles, when they fall, they're acidic. They're going to kill anything that falls underneath there anyway. So if you sod, it'll look good for now, but it's eventually going to die. And the ground there is probably going to kill it pretty quick anyway. So.
Would you resod this, or would you just throw water on it and see if it comes back?
Resod. Time. Can't afford the time just to wait and see, really. And I mean, when if you rock that and you frame, you do, red bark or rock along between the sidewalk and the curb. You do a red bark trim on the front and the edge of the yard. You don't have a whole lot of sod anyway. That's pretty cheap. That red bark is enough. This thing, gotta go. I mean, this is terrible. I price out getting this thing redone versus pouring a concrete. I prefer to have a concrete one. Now here's the challenge. This is a nice door. I'm probably going to leave this one if I can clean it up because it's a good quality door. And even shut, this is salvageable. We can paint this. We're going to get a nice handle, nice lock. Okay.
What else is nice is those copper kick plates.
Yes.
Really spank them up.
Yes. Yeah, you put it the red door with the copper or the brass kick plate. Nice new handle.
The door frame for that kind of chipped away, would you like to replace that?
I would touch it up, yeah. I think we can keep the color. What do you think? Okay, I'm joking.
Carpet.
I mean, pretty much anything we're going to go in, assume paint and carpet. I mean, it's almost assumptive. Here, we've got Formica. It's a little scuffed up right here, but I think we can paint over this and make it look pretty good. So we don't have to re-sheet rock any of that, which is nice.
Would you do that by texturing a little bit? Is that how?
They can use they use the spackle stuff,
okay.
And they just kind of fill that in a little bit before they paint it, or they have to prime this stuff. So it sticks on this Formica anyway, and that might be enough to cover that up. This is interesting. Bit of a moth problem in there. Let's talk kitchen though first. This is a little dungeon. Okay? This is a dungeon. What am I going to do in here?
Keep the color.
I'm going to try to go higher here. I like the idea of a cut through, if possible, just to open this thing up, not make it feel like it's so confined in here. You've got the dining room.
Hey, Daddy.
Yeah. This lower part's got to come out.
How about where your left hand is there? That whole casement thing might be able to come this
I'm
way.
trying to decide what I'm going to do with this. Am I going to get rid of this thing altogether? Because this thing hanging down is really bad. Ask me how I know. People don't like that. The big hang downs, it makes it feel really kind of claustrophobic. So,
Just get rid of the top part though.
probably get rid of the top part. Maybe.
Did you get rid of this doorway?
Yeah. I'm guessing that's not load bearing. I'm probably just going to have them take the wall straight up to the top. Get rid of all of this. If I do anything, I'm going to reshift this countertop. So, I mean, more like you could, it's spaced more this way. So you've got more of an overhang here. As it is right now, you've got, this much overhang on the inside. I mean, I don't really see anybody sitting on the bar stools inside the kitchen looking out. They're going to be on that side looking in, for the most part. At the same point, you don't want to cut too much in, because that's where the table's going to be. Likely, right? So, interesting. Let's go on back to this back room. Or well, how many lines we got? 6, 7, 8. 8, 6, 14. $5,000. There's our kitchen. Okay.
Aren't you gonna get rid of these though?
I'm gonna keep lowers, not the uppers.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So new kitchen, all new appliances.
5K.
5K.
So here you just agree to keep the lower cabinets?
Here, not here. Here. What do you think? Come here and look at the. Come in, walk in here. I think you gotta walk in here.
I think you really gotta walk in here.
And that's kind of a problem that you gotta walk in here.
How about if you put these cabinets, you just rotate them against the wall here, so it runs this way, and if you get rid of this, it opens the whole kitchen up.
That's. Our designer says that's what she'd do.
Instead of having that.
I mean, I'm looking for women's opinions. I mean, honestly.
Absolutely.
What are you doing dishwasher with?
Yeah,
Right. That's,
one guy suggested
Under the sink?
leave this part.
What about refrigerator?
that's not gonna fit.
That side of the sink.
Yeah.
I don't think you're keeping the cabinets. Actually, my personal opinion at this point is just all of this goes. This whole room gets opened
But that's
up.
not enough cabinets. Because
Because
you've got to put a dishwasher in there.
all of this.
These are 42s though, right? Don't you think you can get by with just doing a whole new set of...
I like the idea of at least having it along this
You might
wall.
also be able to do a little storage kind of thing against that wall, so you can store things, get rid of some of the cabinet space in there.
Yeah. Anyway, in a nutshell, we got to open this thing up.
That's why if all of this was gone, I think this would be... But
Yeah.
What's the average retail?
What is our retail on this house? Let's look at some of these comps.
Which house is this?
This is Bridger. Okay. Yeah, 197, 189, 179, 189. I mean, look more at the ranchers. 180, 175. 170, 170, 168, 162. They're going to trickle down.
I started at 160, but I was really conservative with that figure.
I think 189,
I don't think it'd be unreasonable.
or sorry, 179
Yeah, 180.
is a comparable ranch house in Austin Estates. Okay? What you got to understand about Austin Estates is it's on both sides of Academy. Okay? So make sure you're looking at comps on the right side of Academy, because I threw one in here to throw you off. Carita, that's on the other side. There's another one of these. There's another one in here. Holmes. That one's on the other side of Academy. Not really as much of a comp. Does that make sense? Okay. That's where knowing the neighborhood, knowing the market, makes a difference.
One other thing to add to pricing on this thing, guys, is it's currently at $115. However, it has a $4,400 repair escrow, which I believe includes the roof and some kind of plumbing stuff. This is a HUD property, so when HUD goes in, they do an inspection, and they decide what they would pay to get fixed. So you gotta buy, if you were an owner-occupant, you would buy the house, they would escrow $4,400 that you would use to fix the roof or whatever major issues the FHA found when they looked at it. As investors, we do not get that repair escrow. As soon as you check the non-owner-occ box, repair escrow goes with it. So, by design, they're asking $115, but our starting price on this guy is $110. So, I mean, that would be a par bid, if you will, on this property as an investor going in, because we're not eligible for a repair escrow. So just throwing that little loop out there, but I think this, you know, if the comps are accurate, this is a heck of a buy.
Yep.
First time I've been in this thing.
I like this little area back here. I mean, solid brick rancher, hard to go wrong. This, I want to make sure, is this like original or is this a glop-on or an add-on? I mean, it looks like it's been done right. Again, paint and paneling, clean this up. I would see if we could take this back to a fireplace. I think a fireplace is more marketable than the insert. But the fireplace might be just, you just got to slide this thing out and you got a fireplace. What is this thing? Heater. Okay, this is an add-on. Because this is the heating for this room. So, what's it going to cost to find something like this to replace it? I don't know.
Baseboard's not too much.
If it works, we're going to clean it up and make it work, okay? And not try to replace it. We're still going to paint carpet, try to go back to fireplace. These, fix that. Probably leave these, dress them up, make them look a little nicer, maybe get some little cushions to put on the top to make it look nice. The brick you can't really do a lot with, but once you lighten up the rest of the room, it'll look pretty nice actually. Might even go a slightly darker shade of beige in here. Okay. Looking outside here, I forget what you call these things. With the lattice work, there's a name for that. This thing's all the wood's kind of dried. I'm going to take that off. Okay. They've got a Trex deck back here, but we've got to get rid of this railing over there and put a nice one on. We've got to redo the railing there because that's not the code. So there's going to be a little bit of work there, but not much. It's going to need pressure washed because of the dirt on there. We're going to paint the back. I'm not real big on the baby blue. Sorry. We're going to dull that down to kind of like a some beige-like color that's going to go well with the exterior brick in the front. I think it's red. It was red brick in the front, right?
Yep.
So.
Khaki color would go good with it.
Yes. Backyard's not bad. We're just going to keep the weeds cut. Okay. Let's go check out the rest of the upstairs. A lot of moths in here. Wow.
I know, I thought they were.
From afar at the very least.
If you buy it today, I'll throw those in.
Why?
The realtor said if you buy it today, I'll throw those in.
Oh, really?